St. Petersburg is a city of 4.8 million people. Many tourists come here to see the Hermitage, the Peter and Paul Fortress, and the palaces where Anastasia lived. My name is Sergey, and I grew up in this city. My life was difficult. My father abandoned us, and my mom wouldn't feed us. When I was 9 years old, my mom had a stroke on the tramway. My sister Tanya, who was 14, tried to take care of us, but it was too hard. Officials found out, and the 4 of us were taken to the child in danger shelter. I was scared at first, but I came to love this place and feel safe there. One of the night nurses would read us a Bible story before we went to bed, and she told us about Jesus and how to say the Lord's Prayer. In 1999, the kids in the shelter were sent to a camp. There were 600 kids at this orphan camp, but there wasn't much to do. And then in July, some Americans came to our camp. We had crafts and games and Bible stories and even a puppet show. Then they had to leave, and I was sad. I think one man named John wanted to adopt us 4 kids, but he didn't take us with him. He only took our address. John wrote and remembered us on our birthdays and Christmas. He was one of the ones at camp talking to us about Jesus and telling us Bible stories. I didn't understand everything, as I was only 10. In 2001, John came to our home and brought a pastor friend. After John left Russia, I started going to church and brought my brothers and sisters. I wrote John letters through the pastor that came with him. And in my 6th letter to John, I asked him if I could call him Dad, and he said yes. And God blessed me with a father, and I began understanding God and learning about him. I started helping John with his ministry teams by carrying luggage. Eventually, I learned how to speak English and to serve as an interpreter. I have lots of stories about the hardships in my life, but I know God is talking to me and leading me. I have a dream that one day that I can open a foster home and give other children in Russia a better home than I did growing up. I know God has a plan for me.